Generative AI tools have dropped the cost of digital mass production to absolute zero. Millions of articles and landing pages are now published instantly, flooding the web with a relentless stream of synthetic text. Because the volume of text is no longer a barrier, older search engine optimization tactics have lost their edge. Tactics like keyword frequency or word counts offer no competitive advantage when a machine can generate thousands of variations in seconds. Search engines faced an immediate crisis. If a user queries a topic and receives 10 pages of identical, robot-generated noise, the platform loses its utility. Users simply stop searching. Google responded by updating its core ranking systems to specifically target and penalize unhelpful, mass-produced material. The logic of search has shifted. The algorithm no longer cares how many times a target phrase appears on a page. To rank today, a website must provide undeniable proof of human credibility. This level of algorithmic scrutiny is highest for subjects categorized as your money or your life, or YMYL. These include medical advice, financial planning, and personal safety. If a user gets bad advice on a hobby blog, they waste a weekend. But if they get bad advice on a YMYL page, they could lose their life savings or their health. Google actively suppresses pages in these categories that lack clear authority. To measure that authority, Google uses a specific diagnostic framework known as EEAT. Following these guidelines is a website's primary defense against catastrophic drops in search traffic. With synthetic information effectively unlimited, survival in search results now depends on how well you can prove your site belongs to a reliable human. Google uses a global network of human quality raters to manually evaluate search results. These raters follow a detailed rubric to determine which sites are helpful, and their feedback directly trains the algorithm to recognize these same traits across the entire web. In this split-screen diagram, the first E is experience, proving actual interaction through original photos or authentic lessons. The second E is expertise, formal knowledge measured by academic degrees and certifications. For example, a patient has experience, while a medical student has expertise. The algorithm looks for specific combinations of both. It requires these distinct inputs to verify that the digital text on the screen was produced by a real-world entity who actually knows their subject. Next is A for authoritativeness. This is how the algorithm measures your reputation across the wider internet. It looks for citations, press mentions, and authoritative links from other recognized publications. Your real-world experience and formal expertise act as foundational layers in this structural pyramid. Consistently demonstrating them earns the external links that build authority. All this supports the final T, trustworthiness, the most important component, encompassing accuracy, honesty, and safety. Because trust acts as the primary filter for ranking, Google views it as the result of having your experience, expertise, and authority working in concert. Understanding the framework is the first step. The second is manually injecting these specific EEAT signals into the architecture of your website. First, stop hiding behind a corporate logo. Every informational piece needs a rich author bio. This means linking directly to the writer's real-world credentials, their LinkedIn profile, and past published work. Publishing a blog post under a generic admin profile actively harms your algorithmic trust score. If Google cannot identify the human behind the content, it has no reason to trust the claims being made. Second, show absolute proof. When discussing statistics or industry trends, hyperlink directly to peer-reviewed studies, government databases, or reputable third-party reports. Third, replace broad claims with dedicated case study pages. Include precise before and after metrics, original project photos, and detailed breakdowns of the work you actually performed. Executing these three tactics builds a dense web of verifiable facts. It forces the algorithm to recognize an undeniable human fingerprint that generative AI cannot replicate. While individual page changes are simple, scaling these signals across an entire enterprise infrastructure requires a level of technical precision that most marketing teams lack. That is exactly why businesses partner with Pixelogic IT. We are a specialized growth agency engineered to help you navigate this specific algorithmic shift. We abandon outdated keyword-chasing tactics. Instead, we build high-authority EEAT systems designed to withstand core algorithm updates and maintain revenue-driving search positions. Don't let your business get buried in the noise of synthetic content. Visit pixellogicit.com today and start scaling your digital presence with true authority.